Well, I don't know about that.
Just open up the questions for Coach. All right, no questions.
Well, it's a little bit different rhythm, a bowl before Christmas, but I guess it's kind of nice because you just get right back into it. What's it been like this game?
Well, I think, we did give them a little break after the season. I think we had a long stretch of our game. We had some guys miss some games as well, and we wanted to get them back fresh and healthy as we could. And I thought we did a good job of that. We had to finish some stuff in school, which they did. So we've been back at it really on the practice field since last Wednesday. It's gone well to this point. We'll finish with our last practice on Thursday before we take off Friday to head down south. And I think it's important we finish strong. We came ready to play the last game, which is great. It's important that we do that the last game of the bowl season as well.
How are things looking health-wise, especially in the running back room?
Well, I think, we had, our top four guys are out. One's been out for the whole year. The other three are starters that have played quite a bit. You know what? We'll see. I'm not going to rule any of them out. I'm not going to say they're ready to go yet either. We'll see if we can get them back this week a little bit, back in the flow. I'm hopeful that one of the three can play, and if more, that'll be great. But we'll see as we get closer to the action. But it'll probably go all the way up to game time.
Jeff, how many players, even though the portal isn't open until January 2nd, do you have any more players you maybe anticipate opting out for this game?
You know what, really, Renee Conga has opted out for the game, and Wesley Bailey, two starters on the D-line. Those have been the main two, and we've got a couple of people want to enter the portal recently that, in the end, we want everybody to make the best decision for them. As far as anticipating anything new, you know what, you never really know. So I think as we get, after the bowl season, I'm sure there'll be some things pop up, and I think we're ready for that. At all times, we'll get with our guys after the season and tell them exactly where they stand, and if it's in their best interest to stay, of course we want them to stay. If they think that there's a better opportunity somewhere else, then we'll make sure that we help them do that as well, if that's what they think is best. And you never really know for sure, but I think in general we're hopeful to get as many guys back as we can and build the roster from there.
And quick follow-up. This time last year, the portal had already opened, and you had a fair amount of guys who had already opted out. This is with the portal not opening until after the bowl. Does it make it a little bit easier preparing, knowing you have a better idea of who's actually going to play?
Well, I think we have a good idea now. Most of that action has taken place. I think we had 3 or 4 guys into the portal since the last game, and 2 starting defensive linemen opt out. And for the most part, it's about getting the other guys back healthy. And yes, I think we have a good idea of who possibly could play or may have a chance. And I think it's a great opportunity for all these guys to. When you play in a bowl game, normally it's the only game on TV. You get a chance to show what you can do. There's a lot of eyes watching, and we're hopeful that a lot of our really talented players will step up and play well.
Jeff, what's it for you to go back to a place where you coached and Coach Snellenberger built that program and that stadium to be playing in? Is that it's kind of meaningful for you?
Well, I think we're all excited first to go down south and play somewhere warm and try to have a good time while we're trying to win the football game. Without question, I was down there for you with Coach Snellenberger. Obviously learned a lot from him as a coach and a player. Really set the standard, helped build this program to what it is right now. And we're thankful for everything he's done. I know Beverly has texted me a couple times. I'm sure she'll be at the game like she was the Miami game. And it'll be a great venue. So we're looking forward to getting back to it. It's a beautiful stadium. Any of our fans that go down, I think they'll have a good time and have a good seat and be close to the water and the beach and hopefully have a really good time.
Gus Baylor filling, or are you anticipating him being your starting quarterback?
Yes, you know what? He's getting back as healthy as he can to this point. I anticipate him playing, and I'm not going to say he's 100%, but I think he's been out here practicing up to this point, and I think he wants to go out with a bang.
Jeff, is there any I don't want to say problems, but at the end of the year like this, kids get banged up and beat up a little bit in motivating them to reach their highest level? Is there any problem in doing that this time of year?
You know what? I don't think so. I think we answered the bell the last game of the year, and when we had at one position, quite a few guys out, and some new young guys had to step in and do well, and then they answered the bill there. I think our team rallied around them. We played really good defense. We didn't turn the ball over. We were able to run the football. And yes, we want to play our best football no matter who we play. It's a bowl game. We want to go out, playing really good football and setting the stage for next year. I think there's a lot of things we've learned along the way this year, and you hope to go out there and execute and perform. And everybody do their job, and it doesn't matter who's in there. And we want to play a good brand of football and not beat ourselves and really be sound in what we're doing and play with great effort and great finish. And really want to win. I want our guys to want to win the game and want to compete, play hard.
Jeff, two-part question. I just mentioned, all the portal opt-outs, that kind of stuff. How do you balance, bowl preparations with those players kind of opting out? And then also, do you feel like you have the resources to keep the players that are kind of considering transferring?
Well, we have honest conversations. Anyone who wants to opt out, we talk to them. In my opinion, unless you're first round or maybe a second round pick, it's not in your best interest to opt out. But other people may think different, and we respect the decision. And we had those conversations with our guys. But in the end, it's up to them with what they want to do. When it comes to the transfer portal, like I said, we didn't invent the rule. There's obviously changes that we would love to have to it in the future to make it better, but it's a part of the game. So for us, I think if you can be honest with your players, tell them where they stand, be upfront with them, show them a plan for them for the future, they'll want to come back. You know what? Sometimes there'll be other factors that go into it, and it may work out, it may not work out. We'll do the best job we can and try to be as fair as we can. And without question, there's restraints that everyone has to a certain degree, and you got to meet those. But we try to do the best job we can with that, and it's not easy, but we work hard at it, and we have a lot of discussions about what is best and how can we help each individual maximize their potential and achieve their goals.
You've added some stuff, new guys to your recruiting room, including Nate Dennis, and you've got a lot of experience with. Can you just talk about the decisions to bring those two guys in?
Well, we've had some movement in the recruiting department even since the beginning of the year, and we knew we needed to make some replacements. We had Nate Dennis, who was with us at Western Kentucky, with us at Purdue. Does a really good job. He's been doing it for a long time. He knows how to evaluate film and dives into that very deeply. We've had Chase Heike, who's from the city of Louisville, so he has ties here. He's recruited this area. He's been doing his job for a long time. He's got a lot of experience. He wants to be here. He comes from a great family that we know. And I think both will be really good additions to what we have and know their roles. And I think we have a good blueprint of identifying guys, analyzing what's best for our team, planning ahead, trying to look ahead to improve the roster no matter what happens, whether we think it's going to happen or not, and adjust. I think we got good people here now and a good plan to do that. We'll do the best job, and it's never really over. It's always a constant thing that you have to deal with and have conversations with, and it does consume a whole lot more time than some of this other stuff, especially at this time of year going into the end of the portal. But that's just part of it, and you got to do your best job and navigate through it.
One more for Jeff.
Jeff, we've been 20 minutes here into your conference and nobody's brought up your opponent, Toledo. What do you know about them to talk about them?
Well, you know what? Toledo has played good football over the years. They've always been the top of their conference. They were really good defense. They remind me quite a bit of James Madison as far as, they've got athleticism. They have talent at some key positions that you have to have it. They know how to win. I think no matter who's coaching, they're going to be somewhat similar to what they do and how they attack. And it's a good football team. So our guys are going to have to be ready to go, and we're looking forward to it. And like I said, you want to finish on a strong note, and I want our guys to play their best football. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Cliff Lubin.
How y'all doing today? Good. How you doing?
Well, what's the preparation been like? And it's kind of a quick turnaround to knowing an opponent and then getting going. What's it been like to prepare for a bowl game?
Just getting back in the flow of it, you know what I mean? We haven't played in a while. We got that little break off, but getting moving again, playing fast, just trying to get back into the physicality of having to play a football game. So it's exciting. We're definitely excited to go down to Boca and play a good football team. So
Does it, for a player, I mean, does playing in Florida in the warm weather, does it override maybe, you know, I mean, you didn't make it a playoff, obviously.
Yeah.
Does it override maybe playing a Power 5 opponent?
Obviously, you want to play the best competition at all times, but for me, I know Toledo's going to come in and try to win a bowl game, and we're going to do the same exact thing. So just going out there and competing at the best we can, and just trying to go out the end of the season with a bang. So.
What have you seen out of Toledo in some of the early film sessions you've seen on them?
They're a pretty explosive team. You know what I mean? They're dealing with like a quarterback switch, so trying to just watch as much film on the new quarterback and how he affects the game differently than the quarterback that's been playing the majority of the season. So just adapting to that, realizing that we could present a lot of challenges to them on the defensive side of the ball and just set the tone for the whole game.
We always ask coaches about players opting out and different things. As a player, how difficult is this time of preparing for a bowl game? Some of your teammates maybe opting out, a couple of them going in the portal, thinking about next year, thinking about the future. How difficult is it?
Well, for everyone is different. For me, this is my first bowl game since being in college, so definitely want to play and experience it, have some fun, go out one more time with the senior groups that we have, and just end it off with a bang. You know what I mean? It's always better to end the season with a win rather than a loss. So I know no one would want to come back from Boca not ending the season on a high note.
Here's going off that cliff. How much can a game like this set the tone for next season? Obviously, you're coming back, just kind of getting you ready to maybe take a bigger role on now that you've been here for a year.
It's definitely a tone setter. You know what I mean? At the end of the season, it kind of stopped going the way we wanted it to go, and then we finished with a big win against Kentucky, and then it'll be a good stride to go into this next game and win that one as well.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, Cliff.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Questions from you?
Health wise, how you feeling coming into this prep?
Good. If I wasn't playing good, I probably wouldn't have played, honestly. So, feeling good. I'm excited. Obviously disappointed that I missed the game throughout the regular season. So, was happy how we were able to capitalize on the final week against our rival. And obviously have a phenomenal opportunity against a really good defense to close up the year.
Jeff talked about on his radio show last night about you showing like the leadership and kind of the of what you did to go out there, maybe not 100% against Kentucky, and making sure that you were going to play and kind of what that meant for the team. Did you think about that? I mean, is that just part of being a quarterback and being the leader? And if you weren't 100% to go out and still do it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely part of it.
Man.
Yeah, I think it's definitely part of it. I think, it's your obligation to the guys that you work year-round with to give it everything you have, regardless of how you're going to be feeling or not. So, I'm not going to sit here and take a ton of credit and be like, oh, I'm so tough and put it on the line for the team. I think, at the end of the day, I'm a part of a much bigger group. And I think, the entire team's attitude throughout the year has been, to battle through adversity, even when things haven't gone our way. And I think, that was maybe just the latest example. But
Miller, obviously, you're not going to have Chris Bell for the bowl, and then Colin Lacey recently has been kind of banged up.
Yeah.
What's it been like getting some extended reps and practice with some of the other guys in the wide receiver room?
yeah, it's been good. I mean, obviously, Chris is a phenomenal player and someone that I've grown close with. So just wishing nothing but the best for him and his recovery. I think, obviously, as we know, he has a very bright future. Same with Colin. But I think it's been great for those guys to get extra reps. When you talk about Dakari, Trayshawn, Antonio Meeks, Brock Hoffman stepped up throughout bowl practice, I think, and done a really nice job in terms of running routes and stuff. So I think for a lot of those guys, like for younger guys, bowl practice in a lot of ways is kind of like a bonus fall camp where they can use it to develop and to get reps they might not have otherwise had. So they've done a great job taking advantage of this time, and I'm excited for them in their future.
So for you, obviously, this is your last college game.
Yeah.
Kind of on that same note, what do you want to put on film for your last game? Heading into, combine, Senior Bowl season, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's been a ride for sure. It's been a journey. I'm super grateful for the opportunities that I've had and the opportunities that this school and this program have afforded me. And yeah, I mean, I don't approach it as like, oh, I have to put certain things on film. I approach it as like, I care a ton about this group of people, and I want us to go out with one last, really positive memory and victory together. So I think that's kind of how I approach it. And I think you're able to do that all the other stuff will take care of itself. And I'm obviously excited for that process, but entirely focused on the game right now.
What goes into the decision to play a game with guys?
Yeah.
Make all kinds of decisions.
Yeah.
Lamar was here and they're like, no way, he's going to play. And he's like, why wouldn't I play the game?
Right.
But what was your decision like?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a discussion. I think my attitude towards it was as long as I'm healthy, I'm going to play. At the end of the day, you're only guaranteed, like, you never know when this football thing ends. And I'm certainly very excited about the next steps in my career and stuff like that. But I think you invested so much time, leaving home, coming here, working all off season to be the best version of yourself, and for this team to be the best version of themselves. So I think when you invest so much in a certain group and in your craft, you want to finish it the right way, as long as you're able to do so. And that was kind of my attitude throughout.
Miller, what does it say about this team or this group? I mean, Jeff just told us, the two guys opt out. We know a couple guys that go on the board, but it's not like this rash of guys. What does that say about this kind of group?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen it where, like you finish the 12th game of the season and you come in the next day and half the lockers are cleared out. So I think, as things go, like this has been very, very mild in terms of the change in our locker room and our dynamic. And I think it speaks to the bond of this team, and really just our want to play for one another. I mean, I think you've seen that, like I said, you've seen that throughout the year with, certain things not go the way we want. And I think I give a ton of credit to this group for just continuing to respond, continuing to show up and put the work in each and every day. So I think, this portal window, however that shakes out, I think will be a reflection of the bond on this team and how close these guys are.
Toledo has a really good defense, top five in a lot of things. What do you see when you watch it on film?
Yeah, they're a really good group. I think, like you said, they're top 5 in total defense in the country. So it's going to be a great challenge for us. They've got some really good individual players, and I think their scheme is great. They do a great job getting extra hats in their run game and also protecting their DBs in terms of throwing downfield. So we're gonna have to play a really good game on offense, going with a really good plan. But yeah, I think for us offensively, we want to embrace that challenge. We've seen some really good units this year. We talk about Miami, Clemson. Pitt was a really good defense too. So definitely excited about the challenge.
Is it difficult at all to scout for a team that doesn't have a permanent head coach in place, or is that not making a difference?
I mean, you can only watch what they put on tape, so that's what we'll watch and go from there. And I'm sure there'll be some wrinkles and we'll have to adjust throughout the course of the game if that's the case. But you can only watch what's been put on tape.
Anything else? All right.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to take that.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah.